Alright, going into game 3 of round 2. I think the only swap I'm going to make is an Explorer for Relic Progenitus. Relic isn't, it doesn't look like he has Tarmogoyfs in his deck, so Relic isn't as important, and I'd rather just have the potential of accelerating super fast from having my 4th Explorer. But other than that, I'm going to keep it the same. Drawing in all his dust at like any point during that game would have been pretty awesome, but we didn't draw it or anything, so well, that game was not super exciting to play in. Very odd assortment of cards in his deck that seemed to be pretty terrible by themselves, but he happened to have them in the right order and everything, so whatever, it happens. So I would definitely like to play first, and I would like to not have an opening 7 that has 0 lands. I'll mulligan. And this hand is also pretty abysmal, but like I said before, I just can't stand going to 5. So I'm probably going to keep it. I do have a card draw spell and a Pyroclasm if he doesn't have the bizarre double pro red guy start. I wonder what he's deciding here. So he keeps his opening 7. That's fine. I'm not going to mulligan, and I'm going to lay down an Urza's Mine to start. And I have 6 here, and my opponent is deep in the tank deciding what to do during my first main phase while he has no permanents in play. F8 is a button, Mr. Elizo. There we go. And he starts off with an Arid Mesa. Let's see what his first spell of the game is. Hopefully not a Delver. Nope, Sacred Foundry. So it's going to be a Steplings. There we go, Mr. Steppy. And we do have an Expedition map. Cool. So I'll start with my Explore here. Let's see what I draw off of it. Ancient Stirrings, not bad. So I'll lay that down and I'll cast Ancient Stirrings. And we grab a Mine, which is the single card I did not want to see as far as lands go. Oh well. Let's see what he does. We're probably going to get hit for 2 to 4 here. Once again, he's trying to decide what to do during my first main phase, as it is. We all know it's incredibly important when you're tapped out with just one guy in play to figure out what you want to do on your opponent's first main phase. I mean, there's a wide variety of options. You could sit there doing nothing. You could pass the turn. I mean, either one is pretty good. He opts to sit there doing nothing and then pass the turn, so he went for like a combination of the two possibilities. Alrighty, let's see what you got. So he does drop that down. If he's smart, he won't pop it, but he did anyway, so I will be able to Pyroclasm away the Steplings. It's not worth hitting me for 4. And he didn't cast anything. I mean, that means he has to have a counterspell, but it still is so bizarre to just waste that like that. So play Mine, play Expedition map. And I'm not too worried about the Steplings still, so I'm not going to cast anything. I'll just pass the turn back to him. He's probably going to decide what to do during my first main phase again. This time, though, interestingly enough, during my first main phase, he does have untapped mana. So he could sit here doing nothing, he could pass the turn, or he could randomly pay some sort of instant spell. So it looks like he's opting for the sit here doing nothing during your opponent's first main phase plan. And we'll see if that works out for him any better this turn than it did the last turn. Alright, so he went for the same game plan as last turn, where he sits there doing nothing during my first main phase and then just passes the turn. So he's got a basic island. Once again, not protecting himself in any way to the Pyroclasm, short of having a counterspell. uses Serum Visions. Let's see some bottom action here. JA, bottom. Tanking, tanking, tanking. And top. So he did see something he likes. And we'll find ourselves a tower here. Right? Hey. Hey, guy. Okay, thanks. Found the tower successfully. And there's another explorer. I'm gonna lay down a tower. Try to pyroclasm. I hope he's gonna remand it. He does. I was gonna say I'm kind of okay with that. I after playing it, I realized this guy isn't super big of a threat. Like the best case scenario is it hits for another 4 and I'm at 10. I guess I'd rather save it for the possibility of him playing the Geist of Sainttraft. So I'm glad he actually just remanded that, because I think playing it in the first place was a misplay. I played my tower already, so that's gone. Maybe we'll draw land off this explorer. Nope, we drew a giant spell we can't cast. Alright, let's see what you got. This is bad. I hate drawing this when we have only this, but c'est la vie. Oh, no, not the 2 damage step links. No, it hurts so bad. Red, red, blue. What are you? You're a molten rain. Cool. It sucks. Tower. Tower. Turn. That was a optimally timed Molten Rain for him, because I would have been able to play Karn here if he had not cast that Molten Rain. Ooh, it's the first main phase tank time. Oh, look how much quicker it was now. It looks like he's getting hang of this whole your opponent has 2 main phases thing. I'm gonna just go ahead and rip a power plant off the top here, just so you all know. Oh, he hit me again for another 2. Look how low I am now, 8. Cool. Snapcaster into Molten Rain. See, this is actually a good game plan, the Molten Rain thing. The whole, like, random-ass cards like Surgical Extraction just is not. All is dust, yeah. Not drawing very well. Pyroclasm. I guess plan in this game was to just straw all of our expensive spells and none of the lands to cast them. Alright, there's no 0 cost counterspell you could have here, guys, so let's just wrap it up. Thank you. Step links. Ooh, he's thinking about his first main phase. This is a nice change of pace. Usually he's just tanking on my first main phase. Delver's Secrets. Sure, sure. Spellskite. That is not good. Spellskite. At least it blocks. Alright, pass the turn. Let's see if he flips the Delver here. And he does, so we're pretty much dead. That's too bad. I did not draw very well this game, but that happens sometimes. You're not going to win every single game. There's virtually nothing I can draw here because of the remand. Yeah. Okay, you're playing a deck with 4 colors and you're playing Magus of the Moon. Like, what? Sometimes you lose to people who just have really shit decks because they draw better than you. But alright, well, I mean, and not saying that like these cards are bad. It's just the combination he plays them in. Like Surgical Extraction's not a bad card by any means, but it's really good against certain types of decks. And Urzatron just isn't one of those decks. He won because he happened to have the cards he had in the right combination, which is why it's a little bit like tilt worthy. But I really like Mags of the Moon's a fine card, but if you're playing a bizarre four-color deck with uh, almost no basics, I believe these are the first two basics I saw him play at any point, then I just don't get it. Like, why? It's gonna hurt you way more often than it's gonna hurt your opponent. But okay, well, we lose round two, so I'm running out of power here, so I should just sign off, and we'll see you in round number 3.